We humans love power. Cars keep getting faster, phones keep getting stronger, and video games keep getting more realistic air physics. But here's a question. What if we just kept cranking up the power forever? At what point does more power stop being awesome and stop becoming a catastrophic world-ending mistake? Let's start small. Imagine a regular household gadget, say, a microwave. A normal microwave uses about 1,000 watts, which is just enough to warm up leftover pizza or create an unholy mess if you forget to cover spaghetti. But what if, instead of 1,000 watts, we gave it 10,000? Your frozen burrito wouldn't just thought would ignite, okay? That's fun. So let's push it further. 1,000,000 watts. At that point, you don't have a kitchen appliance anymore. You have a death ray sitting on your countertop. If you turned it on, the walls, the wiring, probably even the neighbor's wiring would instantly vaporize. Your quick snack would turn into a call to the fire department, assuming the fire department wasn't already on fire. And this idea doesn't just apply to microwaves. It applies to everything: cars, rockets, lasers, even you. What happens when we push past the safe limit of energy and keep going? Take something simple, like a toaster. A normal toaster uses about 800 watts. Crank it up by a factor of 10, and the bread instantly bursts into flames along with the toaster. Increase it by another factor of 10, and your house wiring melts before you even get to say breakfast. At that level, your entire kitchen basically turns into a confused fireworks display. So yeah, too much power isn't great for home safety. But what if we think bigger? A normal car engine outputs around 100,000 watts. Give it 10 times that, and you now have a drag racer that can hit highway speeds in about 3 seconds, along with a solid chance of accidentally time traveling. Boost it another tenfold to 10,000,000 watts, and when you hit the gas, the air behind you literally catches fire. You've basically built a road-legal rocket. Cool, right? Well, cool, until you realize your tires, the road, and probably your spine can't survive the forces involved. Push it further, and the car just disintegrates, leaving you standing in a smoking crater while your insurance agent tries to figure out how to file that claim. Now, let's move from cars to rockets, the kings of raw power. The Saturn V, which sent humans to the moon, produced 35 million watts. That's enough energy to power a small city or completely vaporize a very large, very unlucky bird. What if we kept scaling up? At 1,000,000,000 watts, you could launch a rocket that leaves Earth's atmosphere in a single second. At 1,000,000,000,000 watts, you don't just leave Earth, you take part of Earth with you. The exhaust would create shockwaves powerful enough to flatten buildings miles away. At some point, it stops being a rocket and just becomes a controlled explosion that happens to be pointed in one direction. So far, we've been talking about power in human terms, but the universe plays by very different rules. The sun outputs 386 trillion watts every single second. If we somehow built a machine that powerful, even for 1 second, it wouldn't just toast your burrito, it would toast everything on Earth. Our planet would briefly shine like a second star before being reduced to a glowing cloud of space dust. And black holes, they laugh at the sun. When two black holes collide, the energy released makes entire galaxies tremble. That's more power on a scale our tiny human brains can barely even imagine. So what happens if we just keep adding power endlessly? Eventually, you stop creating energy and start breaking the laws of physics. If you pour too much energy into a small enough space, it can actually collapse into a black hole. That means if you kept turning the dial up on your superpowered machine, you wouldn't just get a bigger explosion. You'd create a hungry void that swallows everything nearby, including you, your house, and probably a decent chunk of the planet. Your quest for infinite power would literally end the game. More power sounds exciting. Faster cars, stronger rockets, bigger explosions. What's not to love? But every system has limits, from your toaster to the universe itself. When we push past those limits, things stop working the way we expect. Instead of super speed or endless energy, we get melted circuits, shattered engines, and possibly a tiny hole in the fabric of space-time. So maybe it's good that our microwaves stay at 1,000 watts. Your pizza rolls are safe. The planet is safe. And somewhere out there, a black hole is very, very disappointed. If you enjoyed this journey from burnt toast to cosmic doom, hit that like button. Drop a comment with your favorite too much power, scenario cars, rockets, supervillain lasers, whatever. And don't forget to subscribe for more Science Why What If adventures. Because next time, we might just ask, what if we didn't stop?